Today's ASMR reading of the VRChat Dev blog update is for December 18th, 2025. Welcome to the developer update for December 18th, the last developer update of 2025. Today's featured world is Cozy Christmas by Mel. My announcements: New Year's Eve in VRChat. VRChat New Year's Eve is rapidly approaching. The forum for booths, posters, and logos are all closed. We are now putting it all together so you have a really cool place to hang out in with your friends. We are pretty excited about the theme this year and cannot wait to show you it. I need to turn world sound off. Big things are coming for VRChat Plus. In January, we are going to be adding a few new perks to VRChat Plus. First, we will be doubling the number of favorite worlds for VRChat Plus subscribers, taking them from 400 to 800. This has been a very, very common request for a long time. Second, VRChat Plus subscribers will have a reduced name change cooldown. This is a smaller one, but it's also something we've seen a few times, so why not throw it in? January will also feature our largest content drop yet for VRChat Plus subscribers, so keep an eye out for that too. We yeeted the Explore section under Avatars, or rather, we'll be yeeting Yote. I'm sorry, Ed, no you're not. We are in the process of rolling out a change that will remove the Explore section from the Avatars tab. You didn't like it, in fact, you kinda hated it there. So we're doing a few things. First, the most obvious, most users will no longer see the Explore tab under Avatars. It is now in the shop. If you still do see the Explore tab in the old location, fret not, it will be fixed in an upcoming patch. Along with this, we have made a few changes to the Avatars tab to make it feel more like the old tab. We also have tried to address some of the other feedback with the design. Hopefully, it's a much better experience now. Creator bug fixes. High resolution thumbnail fix. We fixed a long-standing issue in the SDK where the uploads would fail if you select a very high resolution image. Example, 4K, used for an avatar thumbnail when making a new avatar. We've updated the VCC, as the SDK 3.10.0 is now the recommended SDK. Due to the recent changes of how avatar uploading processes work, we have updated the Creator Companion to version 2.4.5, which includes SDK 3.10.x by default for any new projects. So about the moderation and that quote AI bandwave quote ellipses. We have seen a lot of discussion and a fair bit of misinformation circulating recently regarding bans, avatars, and AI moderation. We want to take a moment to address these concerns directly and clarify how our systems actually work. First, there is no quote AI bandwave end quote. Let's get this out of the way. VRChat has not deployed an automated AI system that scans 3D models for NSW geometry, textures, or features. No auto bans. Every single ban for content is issued by a human moderator. We rely on reports. Investigations are driven by user reports. If you were moderated for content, it is because a human reviewed a report filed against you. We are handling more reports. Some of our strongest feedback from you over the years has been that we need to action reports more effectively, completely, and quickly. We agreed, so if we have spent a lot of time improving our internal tools and processes. This has resulted in more processed reports and thus an increase in moderation actions taken. This is why you're seeing more suspensions than usual. Right now, we do not use classification tools that utilize machine learning for 2D images, like emoji. Oh, we do use classification tools for utilizing machine learning for 2D images, like emoji, stickers, etc., to catch some type of violations. This scanning has been highly successful but does not automatically suspend users. We plan to explore more tools that utilize image, text, and other types of classifiers in 2026 and beyond. Machine learning, not generative AI, is a critically important tool for moderation at scale. Keeping a human in the loop moderation decisions is even more critical. We are very aware and very sensitive of the fact that our community is, to put it lightly, suspicious of AI or AI adjacent tools and technology. No matter what, a human always decides to swing the hammer, not a robot. We view this type of technology as means to alert moderators for potential issues, proactively identifying zero tolerance offenses, and enable our moderation capabilities to scale without overburdening tens of thousands of moderators, but never to enact bans independently. Second, public avatars, hidden content, and private avatars. There is confusion about why avatars are being banned if the NSFW parts are, quote, hidden or turned off. First, let's approach this avatar type, public versus private. Public avatars must never contain sexually explicit material, even if the material is never exposed by the avatar expressions, and even if the avatar is never used in public spaces. This is for a few reasons. We cannot ask our moderators to examine every possible combination of behaviors and states an avatar expression menu might have had available. It is possible due to shader glitches, animation issues, or other problems that a texture or mesh may be revealed, even if it was never possible to turn it on. As an avatar uploader or creator, you cannot assure a public avatar is never used in public spaces. Therefore, if a public avatar contains geometry or textures for sexually explicit content, it is a violation, even if there is no way via action menu or gesture control to reveal those textures or geometry, and or if you warn the user not to use it in public spaces. All sexually explicit content on avatars must be removed if the avatar is public. We know many users buy avatars rather than making them, or have uploaded avatars to your account. Others upload avatars to your account. Please ensure that you see these or set these avatars to private if you are not fully aware of their capabilities or their content. You are responsible for what is uploaded to your account. Finally, we know that some creators distribute their avatars by setting them to public, but then ask customers to keep cloning off. These avatars are not exempt from this rule. Do not distribute avatars that contain NSFW content via this public sharing method. Please either remove the NSFW geometry textures from these avatars, or do not use the public sharing method to distribute your avatars. For private avatars, it is your responsibility to not use sexually explicit features in a public instance or spaces where you cannot validate the consent from everyone present. In addition, it is your responsibility to ensure that these features never malfunction or display incorrectly to users who do not consent. Generally, it is best practice to keep these features limited to avatars that you do not use in public spaces. That way, you can entirely avoid the issue. Third, private instances and malicious reporting. We see a lot of anxiety regarding malicious reporting in private spaces. The reality is that it is necessary for group owners, group members, event runners, and event attendees to exercise additional caution when it comes to ensuring that the content that they employ is used in the right place and at the right time. In our community guidelines, we state an important rule: procreative, I don't know what that word is. Behavior restrictions may not apply in private instances as long as everyone present consents. It is responsibility of the present authority to ensure that everyone in the instance has provided consent. The present authority is the instance creator, event runners, group or venue moderators, a party host, a game master, or whatever is appropriate. It's just whoever is in charge of your private instance. For example, if you ran a group or had an event that had this set of rules, if you join this event or group, you may or may not encounter provocative activities or content, and if you join this group event, you indicate consent to view these activities or content. The phrasing and semantics are important. This would serve purpose of gathering consent. In those cases, you should also run that instance or event as an 18+ verified group instance. As always, use your best judgment. It is your responsibility to ensure that the attendees know that what they are walking into, and you should employ every tool available to let them know and fulfill that responsibility. We recognize that this method is brittle at best. However, it serves the purpose to help you, or to help protect you from malicious reporting, while impressing upon you the importance of your responsibility as someone who might run a private instance or event. Thanks to various safeguards and procedures, the risk of malicious reporting is already quite low. We plan to irrigate our systems and policies over the time to further reduce this risk. Fourth, the state of appeals. We've seen in the comments claiming that appeals are taking weeks, or that users are being banned for, quote, no reason. The straight fact: our trust and safety team is currently clearing appeal tickets within 48 to 72 hours. We are not behind. If you are submitting an appeal, ensure that you select the correct inbox. If you submit an appeal and you haven't heard back, check your spam folder or log into our support portal to ensure that your ticket, and to make sure it's in the right inbox. To check your ticket. Next, we often see viral posts on Twitter, Reddit, or other platforms where a user claims they are banned for nothing or no reason. While we can't comment on specific cases, we do investigate many of these claims internally. The reality almost always involves violations that were omitted from public story. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. Finally, we acknowledge that being suspended or banned from VRChat is different. VRChat is a home for many of us, a true third place rather than simply a thing to do. Not being able to hop onto VRChat for a weekend is very different from getting a weekend ban from a first-person shooter or a MOBA. We recognize the impact getting suspended can have, so we want to help you avoid it at all costs. If you are suspended or banned from VRChat and believe it is an error, you can appeal the decision at https://vrch8.at/moderation. Make sure you select the appeals inbox, write up what happened, and be truthful. A human being will look at it. Fifth, moving forward, we know that the last few weeks have been confusing, and for those who were suspended, frustrating. Our goal isn't to sanctize VRChat until it has no personality. We want VRChat to remain a place where adults can be adults, creators can create freely, and communities can thrive. However, we also have to ensure that public space of VRChat is safe for everyone, and that our moderation scales effectively as we grow. We hear your feedback on clarity, loud and clear. We are actively working on updating our moderation messages to tell you what type of content caused a ban, so you aren't left guessing. We also got some other changes on the way that you might learn about soon, so keep an eye out. Conclusion. Thank you to everyone who wrote in and posted detailed feedback and held us accountable. Please keep your feedback coming. We are listening. Conclusion. That's it for this year. While we don't quite have a date locked in yet, it is likely the dev update will return January 15th. It could be a week later, though. There's a lot of replies in here. Bunch of people happy about more favorite spots. People talking about making it work. Some people saying that favoriting 800 worlds isn't enough. Some people complaining about avatar limits on Quest. Some people talking about clarification with the whole ban stuff. Some people asking about increases for stickers. Where is anything more interesting? If you're not happy with standalone, you should use PC. This feels like a bunch of back and forth. forth inside of here. Someone talking about they have tickets for nudity in public, not age verified, that being stuck home for weeks. More people talking about clarification. Some people talking about that they're still having issues with the audio update or the stream audio. More geometry discussion. Progress report. Someone quoting part of the terms of service. I'm not going to read through this any further. It's just I don't know what's going on in these comments at this point. But let's end